J here for Stretford, Paddock.
We want 10. We want 10. We want 10.
As you can see, that's a very angry Joe Smith.
Fuming, mate.
Manchester United scraping past Southampton, 9-0. Joe, you was on the watch along. What do you make of it? I'll just sum it up. I mean, let's face facts, right? None of us saw that coming, did we? 9-0, fantastic. Well, I said 4-0.
I've been betting on 9-0. I put 50 grand on every single game Man United have played for the last 10 years.
What did you say? What was your prediction?
My prediction was 2-0. And you know what? I'd have taken 2-0.
Hey,
but now, if you say to me, would you have taken 2-0? I'd spit at you. Because we've won 9-0. I've never seen Man United win 9-0,
You
Jay.
whippersnappers.
I've only ever seen Southampton lose 9-0 once in the last year. And that's a very regular occurrence.
They've never lost 9-0 before. That's the record.
Can you believe they've lost 9-0 2 years in a row? Anyway, let's not talk about Southampton. Let's talk about Manchester United. Because this could not be more what we needed at the minute. We've 100%. Scrapped and scraped and scruffed our way through a few wins, a draw, a couple of draws and a loss. And United needed a boost. We needed a convincing, complete performance like we saw today. That was, 9 is obviously great. 9 is sensational, and we'll go through all of the goals, I'm sure. But the fact that we got a convincing win, goals under our belt, a game where you come away from it going, we deserve to win that. We won that easy. And we just dominated from start to finish. Admittedly, the early red card played a huge part in that. But how many times in the past have we seen games where teams go down to 10 men and struggle and fight their way into basically stifling the opposition? Because when you're defending, let's say you've got 11 men, you defend generally with 9 or 10 men anyway. You don't usually defend with all 11. So if Southampton had maybe brought a midfielder on or a defender on, they could have made it difficult for United. So it's no mean feat to take what is a team with 10 men and then blow them away like that. They don't just go hand in hand. And it shows by the fact that I think this is only the third ever 9-0 victory for any team in the Premier League, 2 of which coming against Southampton. But exactly what Manchester United needed and more.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it wasn't just the fact, obviously, it's amazing that we've won 9-0, goal difference and all that sort of stuff, but players that perhaps needed a goal, Anthony Martial being an obvious one, been under a lot of pressure, gets a brace. Even Cavani, it's nice for him to get a goal after Cavani, after he missed a couple of chances against Arsenal. You know, he's a striker who wants goals, he gets one. Bruno Fernandes gone 6 Premier League games without a goal, which is quite long for him. I think it's his longest run in the Premier League without a goal. Gets his almost what used to be his customary penalty. And then you see, you know, others getting in on the acts as well. Other players like you see, you know, Dan James obviously been under a little bit of criticism getting a goal. Marcus Rashford, who, you know, some people recently have been criticising his performances, gets another goal and an assist. So yeah, it was just an all-round. And even Aaron Wan-Bissaka, do you know what I mean? Who people have criticised for not going forward enough or his ability going forward, ends up opening and scoring. So it was just an all-round great team performance. And the only sort of downside to all of this, for me personally, is that we couldn't be there to watch it in the stadium because it's just a fantastic game and a fantastic result. And, you know, I can't even find any negatives in that because it's 9-0 for fuck's sake. So, do you know what I mean? Let's not try and be clever and go, well, I'll tell you what, though. Actually, I think McTominay's positioning wasn't great. Fuck off. It was a mint game and a mint performance.
Craig in the super chat saying he can't even count to 9. The cherry Pepsi Maxes are on him.
Hey,
it was just the performance that there is literally nothing to fault. The one minor thing you could fault was Fred's little dance in our penalty box that ended up giving a goal away. But the goal was quite rightly so ruled out for being... If you're a fraction of a fucking atom offside, you are a disgrace. And do you know what? They should be start dishing out red cards for what Shea Adams did tonight. Because, what was he, that far offside? You could drive a car through that, Jay. It's bringing the game into disrepute what Shea Adams did. But yeah, it was given offside. You would have to say by the algebraic...
I didn't expect to hear that word when I came on here today.
You would have to say rightly so, but it doesn't feel right watching the game that he was given offside. But he was, and United smashed on with it. And that's the thing that's so good, because we haven't really been given a position like this for a long time, United. I can't think of the last time an early red card was given against us, where you sort of go, all right, go on then.
Yeah.
Because it is, all right, go on then. That goal, you know, I feel bad for the young lad, to be honest, because it's his debut.
Yeah.
Jankovic comes on. It's his debut, and I think it was 60 to 80 seconds into it, goes flying through both of Scott McTominay's legs at thigh height. Now, I've never seen a more clear red card in my entire life. I don't think anyone will argue that. Do feel a bit bad for him. But from then, you've got to... The onus is on United to win the game and to win it comfortably. And the fact that they did that so astonishingly, convincingly, is really exciting. And we were on the watch along, and I said to Adam and Andy that even after the red card, the first 5 minutes, I said, we look sharp tonight, and we aren't just lazily passing it about here, there, and everywhere just because they're down to 10 men. We've got an intensity. We're battling for every ball, despite the fact they've got 10 men on the pitch. We're really going for this, and to be as ruthless as that, and especially when we all know City's goal difference is much better than ours. And let's put City to one side for a moment. There's a lot of teams who were in and around our goal difference. I think it was 8 or 9 before the game started, and now it's up to 17. We needed that because let's say it's top 4, let's say it's going for the title. These things can come down to goal difference, as we only so well know as Manchester United fans, having lost the title on goal difference in the past. It was so crucial that we just said, we're a ruthless team that we don't care, no offence to Southampton, we don't care that someone on the debut's been sent off, we don't care that you've been beaten 9-0 before, we care that we get loads of goals, and we did it, and it's brilliant to see, and we'll go through some of the goals in just a minute, but we've got a quote coming up before that from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but yeah, brilliant to see. He said, we've been waiting for them to show their magic, and tonight it was one they could go out and enjoy. There was a little bit of magic tonight, wasn't there? I said it before as well on the watch along, but you kind of mentioned it there about Rashford getting his goal, but Bruno with a goal and I think 2 assists, Martial with 2 goals, Dan James with a goal, Rashford with a goal, Luke Shaw with 2 assists, Wan-Bissaka with a goal and I think an assist as well, Cavani with a goal after missing his chances. All of these players who have been criticised for Martial for pretty much everything this season, and rightly so. Bruno, who I think for the first time at Manchester United wasn't even nominated for United's Player of the Month in January. Rashford, who's been getting huge criticism, and some of it from the weekend in particular, rightly so. Luke Shaw, always blamed that he's not good enough going forward. There are a lot of people who really proved the doubt was wrong or did exactly what we needed him to do tonight. That was really nice to see, wasn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, some of the criticism I get, and it's warranted, and some of it's completely over the top. You know, you see things, and we saw it on the pre-match, so people saying, you know, I never want to see Anthony Martial in a United shirt again, and, you know, things like, you know, the Marcus Rashford. I mean, I'm not talking about abuse. There's no justification for abuse, but just some of the criticism. I mean, going into this game, he had 15 goals, 10 assists this season, which is a good return at the halfway stage. And people, you know, claiming he's not good enough and things like that. People questioning whether Bruno is as good as everyone's made out. People just like to look at things and go, you've always said it about trying to be clever and going like, oh, you know what, I've noticed that actually Bruno's rubbish, or that actually Cavani's a waste of time. And it's a nonsense. And I don't think, you know, that this performance changes it. What this performance did was highlight the strengths of this Manchester United team and what happens when this team does click. Because far too often, sort of recently, we haven't quite clicked. We clicked against the Scousers going forward, but against Arsenal, against Sheffield United in particular, we weren't very good. And tonight, you saw these players pretty much, I'd like to say at the top of their game, but the ironic thing is I almost felt at times we didn't get out of third gear. No. Because Southampton, not only were they down to 10 and then 9 men, they were also playing a lot of children that were inexperienced, not just the kid who got sent off, but there was a couple of others who hadn't had many games. So they were quite weakened, obviously shell shots as well with what was going on. And it just felt like a comfortable sort of day or evening for Manchester United. And we saw that every one of those players, when they play like that, what they've got, you know, tossing aside the criticism, performing as they can do, and it was good as well to be able to mix it up, get Donny van der Beek on the pitch, give Marcus Rashford a little bit of a breather, because we all know he's been sort of overplayed at times when he's not fully fit, and just sort of, you know, I said I wasn't going to look for any downsides other than the
look for him, Jay.
No,
you
it's
got to
not
do
even
it.
a criticism or anything. It was. I felt a bit sorry for like Mason, because that goal that he had where it was the penalty that wasn't given on it, the first one where he ended up, I think he put the ball in the net, but Mike Dean already blown. But, you know, it was just a great performance all around from everyone all concerned. And, you know, like you say, the offside and the red card and the other red card, not the first red card, sorry, the second red card, you can question it, but it doesn't matter, does it? United are always going to battle them tonight.
Yeah. We've got a super chat from Abdullah Ibrahim. He says, my favourite PL win was when Ole came off the bench to score 4 against Forest. Where does this rank on your list of big wins? I mean, how many? 8-2 Arsenal will probably always be my favourite, just because it was so early in the season as well, wasn't it? And it was like, fucking hell, Tom Cleverley's world class. Like, it made you think things that were unthinkable, and it was against a big team as well. Do
you know what it is though with these big wins? Like the 9-0 against Ipswich, we didn't win the league that season. The 8-2 against Arsenal, we didn't win the league that season. I'm not dampening on it, but it's like, for me, I always look at the game and think, like, yeah, that was a fantastic, and I was at those games, and it's like, yeah, it was amazing, whatever. But what did it lead to? The 8-1 against Forest.
Yeah.
We won the treble that season. That was part of it.
Yeah, that's true.
So I always, you know what I mean? It's like the 4-3 against City. That's not my favourite derby because we didn't win the league that season.
Did we not win the league when we beat Arsenal?
8-2. No, we didn't. With I don't think so. That was the 11-12 season, wasn't it?
Yeah, maybe it was.
Or was that? Am I correct?
No, I'm not.
I don't remember
in
I think it
particular.
was 11-12 season. But I mean, in terms of a performance of battering teams, I mean, those are the top ones you look at, and I certainly didn't expect us to beat. You know, I didn't expect to see 2 9-0s in my lifetime, and I certainly didn't think we were going to batter Southampton 9-0 tonight because me and you were talking just off camera. I knew, you know, they're a good side. You know, I know they've had a bit of a rut, but they beat the Scousers, 4 games ago? So they're not that bad. And at one point, they were sort of in and around the top of the league. So, you know, it's great. Just Peter Walton on our screens there, the most useless man in football.
How dare you? We've got a couple of super chats. One from Falmods FM. Says, Jay's right, United are a team ready. We need belief, and that's where Matic and Cavani come into the mix. We are good people. And Stephen Howson, with £9, super chat, says, I ain't doing a fan cam. We'll tell you why tomorrow. Love that. Sad we weren't in the ground. I was reading it quite comfortably before it got moved. But sad I wasn't at the ground to watch it. Up the effing Reds. Stephen Howson coming out and publicly telling us that he isn't doing a fan cam. First news that hits my ears of it.
That's
he's basically paid us £9 to soften us up.
Telling everyone out, you're going to hear from Stephen Howson after the game. Well, apparently now you're not, and he'll explain his reasoning behind that decision tomorrow. So keep it tuned for that breaking news there tomorrow.
Yeah, we've got a stat there from Up to Joe, 9-0. This is only the third ever side that has won a Premier League game by 9+
Bet
goals.
you can't name the others.
Man United, Ipswich, Southampton, Leicester. We've got a couple more super chats. I still remember the tweets going on for a whole year. Don't you just hate to be an Arsenal fan? Well, now you...
I'd 9-0 to be a Southampton fan.
I'd 9-0 to be a Southampton fan right now, wouldn't you, Jay, mate? Ross Murphy with the super chat. What a performance tonight. Excuse me. But needed after recent results. I'm buzzing, mate. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was my man of the match today. Again, probably his best performance in a United shirt. If Shaw stayed on, he may have got my man of the match. Either way, the team was superb. Great point about Wan-Bissaka. I would say going forward,
yes,
his best game for Manchester United. He didn't have to do anything defensively. He did put in a sensational tackle in our box. But generally speaking, I think defensively we've seen some of his performances against Raheem Sterling in particular where he's been excellent. I'm talking quite fast, aren't I, Jay? I'm very excited. But yeah, going forward, Wan-Bissaka was brilliant. Luke Shaw was also brilliant.
Son, keep going.
Who was your man of the match today? We'll go through the goals. Honestly, trying to piece them together in my head, I'd struggle. I'd struggle. And we've got... Go on, Jay, you shithouse.
Something about privilege. You did ask me a question 5 minutes ago who my man of the match was. I'll say they went with Scott McTominay, didn't he, on the game? And I don't want to be like overthinking it because I thought actually he probably was my man of the match as well. So yeah, been pretty boring, and I thought Scott McTominay was very good today. Everyone played well. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, I'll go with McTominay. Although it's a toss up for him or Bruno for me. I thought Bruno was very good as well.
Bruno was really good. Like Ross said there, I think it may have been Shaw for me as well if he hadn't have gone off at half time. So
that's the thing, because like you're right, because he had a very good first half, but obviously missed the second half, and then I thought Cavani was playing very well as well. But again, you know, are you going to be that guy that goes, oh yeah, and the 9-0 we give it to the one that came off at half time? It's a bit much, isn't it?
It is. Abdullah Ibrahim with another super chat. Arsenal losing tonight means I'm definitely watching Match of the Day. Happy to give you guys another $5. Thank you very much for your super chat, Abdullah. Yeah, I'm definitely watching Match of the Day tonight.
I think that's my cousin-in-law. That go to that Matt. Jay,
He's
don't bring up.
Fan.
Yeah.
Jay,
don't bring this up at the next family gathering.
Well, Matt said before that he said I saw his. He wasn't super chat, but I saw his comment. He said, "Southampton fan here. You guys played really well. They were terrible. Hopefully they can pick up a few wins. So yeah, hopefully it's
I do have my missus has a cousin, a nephew called Matthew, who's a Southampton fan. That may be and may not, but either way, Matt, very gracious in defeat.
Strange coincidence that if it isn't him.
I know that, and he knows about the family gathering, which is quite scary.
I hope they're
never speak about
post-COVID, Jay, different Jay with the super chat. Highest scoring team in the league. You know what that means, boys. Get that leopard jacket dry cleaned. Hang on to your hats because 21 is coming. I can't quite get the leopard print jacket out just yet because we are still... only level on points for City, and they've got 2 games in hand. Don't worry about that. Right,
I've got my missus in it. Cousin, not nephew. Sorry. Yeah, he's my missus' cousin, Matthew. Sorry to just hang out the Motti family.
You might not be at that next
in
family
public. Then
gathering.
I know. I think I'd be banned for it. I'll be stuck in the garden like normal.
King Mares, much love from New Mexico. What does this mean for Ralph? I think it means pretty much what it meant last time. He's going to go on a great run and be better than ever. They need this. This is like, do you know when people reset? Let's just go on a detox.
This
is a detox for Southampton.
The most positive spin I've ever heard on anything ever. Do you know they need this. Yeah. This is actually a good thing that you've been battered 9-0. Now you can reset. Yeah. You know, it's a cleanse yourselves. You've got it out your system. Yeah. You've got your red card out your system, the kid that made your debut. You've had your debut. You've had your 67 seconds on the pitch. Now you can build on that. You can move forward. Happy days. It's a good thing we got beat 9-0 off Manchester United.
If anything, it's a good thing. They need 1-9-0 a season to just keep up the appearances. It's like a soup cleanse. Do you know, I'm on a juice cleanse. Nothing but juice for 6 months. That's what they've done there. They've gone for a juice cleanse. You know you get those little shots at Tesco?
Yeah.
Ginger and lemongrass. And you shot it. You know what? I've shat everything I've ever eaten out
like
there.
An enema.
This is an enema for Southampton.
This is a pipe.
Yeah, pipe.
Up your...
Up your St. Mary's. Caddy Mo with the super chat says McTominay absolutely bangs them in, doesn't he? He has got a strange knack of just milking the ball into the
commentator said, we were ribbing him when we were watching it. I think it was Darren Fletcher, the commentator, not the United coach. Said, oh yeah, last time I remember against City when the fans were here, he scored a goal just like that. And we were like, well, it wasn't just like that, really, was it? It was nothing like that. To be honest.
It was 40 yards further.
Yeah,
it was like near the halfway line,
and it was like a completely different goal.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does score some bangers, and he's playing well this season, Scott McTominay. He's another one that he always seems to have this thing where he's trying to win over a certain section of the fans who just aren't really buying into him. But you know, you look at tonight. And then you look at his goals against Leeds as well. I mean, it's not been a perfect season by Scott McTominay, but I think it's been a good one.
Yeah, and you knew as well, as soon as it was him that got fouled, I said it again on the watch along, you sort of thought, he likes to play into that old, it's been a bit tough, I've had to battle through. Yeah. I knew as soon as he got fouled, he's going to have a good game. Because he'd be like, I got a scratch on the leg, but I didn't let my head go down. I played really well. Anyway, we've got a quote from Marcus Rashford, I believe. 2 quotes.
Do you know what?
We'll do them one at a time because otherwise I can't say 2 sentences at once.
Whoa. Take a breath.
I don't need to take a breathe. You take a breathe, mate.
Go on. Now, read it out. In your own time, nice and steady. What has Marcus Rashford said?
I'm just excited, Jay.
That's all right. You're allowed. Go on.
We just need to be as simple as possible. Keep moving positive. It's easy to do on the foot under the gas, but we didn't want to do that. We wanted to get the second half the same as the first. And I love that sentiment from Marcus Rashford, that we didn't go out in the second half. For those of you who didn't hear it, you can read it. That we didn't go out in the second half and go, it's 4-0, let's just ease it up, let's not get injured, let's cruise through Everton at the weekend.
I can't go, I'm sorry, I can't go.
Do you know at the end of the T's and C's at the end of an advert? I should be doing those. Yeah. These pills may cause anal leakage. I should be doing a bit of that.
Have we got...
But the fact that
anal leakage.
You're not meant to hear that. I said it so lightning quick. The fact that we came out so quick is really exciting.
Read out. It is
another quote. I'm not going to do it again.
Style.
Go on. We've got another quote from Marcus Rashford.
It's always good to score lots of goals, and we're happy. It's 3 points we've needed. We dropped some points in the last few games and needed to get back to winning ways, which we've done.
See, that one's a bit more dry, if you ask me. Go back to the last one. I like the last one a bit better. Get that last quote back up. This one's that's a bit stock phrase. This is better. We didn't want to take our foot off the gas because I want to talk about that a bit, Jay.
Right, go on.
4-0 at half-time.
4-0
We've all seen it in the past. You're 4-0 up, it ends 5-1. That sort of game where you take your foot off the gas.
Very well said.
To go from 4-0 at half-time to 9-0 is unusual. Obviously, it's unusual. It's only ever happened 3 times. How important was it that we didn't say 4-0, take Bruno off, take Rashford off, take whoever off? We said we're going to go for this in the second half, and to really more than double your scoreline in the second half is very rare.
It is rare, and what it also shows as well is this squad, because we made changes, and yet we still bring it on.
Fred at left back,
which is something I never thought I did not envision this morning when I woke up that me and you would be sat here at 10:30 talking about Fred at left back as part of a 9-0 win. I didn't see that one coming. I'm not going to lie to you. But we bring on like Donny van der Beek, who very useful, didn't get a goal, but obviously played very well. Anthony Martial gets a brace. Even Dan James, who people are saying Dan James, but he comes on, gets a goal, and he's causes them all sorts of problems. We've got a bit of something on the bench, haven't we? Which we've not always had. We've got a squad, and like you say, with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he gets a lot of stick, but this isn't Van Gaal. This isn't Jose Mourinho. This isn't just keep the ball and let's just keep possession until we bore the opposition and the fans to death. This is a manager who wants to play football the right way, wants to get goals, wants to push his team forward. And he did that today. And I think, I'm sick of this up and down with all, and it's like, a good result, and everyone's like, oh yeah, all right, he's doing well, and then he gets a bad result. Was he the right man for the job? Come on, man. Look at what he's took us this season. Look at what we're doing. You know, you've got to give him credit because no one thought we'd be joint top, if you want to call it that.
We are joint top.
All right, joint top.
City have got no guarantee of any games, of any
I
points
think Burnley
in
will
those two
do
games.
6-0.
Yeah, that'll be 6-0. That'll put us level on goal difference. And then I think Liverpool's the other one.
Liverpool?
20-0.
Shit, mate.
20-0 each. So they both concede 20 goals but don't score them. Yeah, it's a massive turnaround.
Oh, yeah. Can you like the video as well?
Please like the video. Like the video 9 times. Just keep smashing the like button. Like it 9 times. See what happens, because who knows? If you like it 9 times, close your eyes, Bruno arrives behind you and kicks you up the arse, but in a good way. Like the video, you sit there like, wee. I'm so excited, Jay. This is the best thing ever. This is the best thing ever. Since Ferguson retired,
Do you know what,
took
right?
us until last year to score 5. Now we've scored 9. Here's another one. Subscribe. Whee. Subscribe if you haven't already. Right, let's go through the goals.
If we win 9-0 again, he's not going to be. He can only
If we
cope
win
with
the
this
league-
once every. We can only win 9-0 once every 16 years.
Yeah.
Because he can only handle it.
Yeah. We've got 9 reasons why Manchester United beat Southampton coming out tomorrow. Pretty good, pretty smart.
So usually it's 7, but because we scored 9,
Don't give it away.
we've changed it to 9.
Or is it the 9 men that
I
Southampton
love the way
had
that
on the end of
McCullough
the
comes
pitch?
back and he gets 9 reasons why we beat Southampton. And I was here when it's like 7 reasons why we drew 0-0 with Liverpool.
Let's not-
7 reasons why we drew 0-0 with you know 7 reasons why we got beat off Spurs 6-1.
Let's not get into internal politics, Jay. We can talk about this. We can workshop this afterwards. Let's go through the goals. The first goal, Luke Shaw plays it across to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He's been coming in for a lot of criticism recently
Yes.
from pretty much everywhere. How
Except
did he
us.
used to be a winger? What's this all about? He can't have been a winger for Liverpool.
Well, he wasn't a winger for Liverpool. He's a winger for Crystal Palace.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So
That's why I
not associate him with the Scousers.
That's why I said he
just
can't have
mean.
been. No,
That's
he
mean.
he can't have been a winger at
There's
Crystal
no need
Palace.
for that.
It was
But
good for him to get a goal today, wasn't it?
It was good for him to get a goal, and I think you saw it against Arsenal when he had a free header, getting forward. Today, he got in the box again, wasn't picked up properly, and some people criticising his finish. Ronaldo's criticising, laughing at his finish, but you know he hit it first time and it goes in. And,
Put it in the corner. What are you laughing
it's
at?
like it went in off the post. There's not much the keeper could do about it. So, and also as well, I know the kid was offside, but the tackle that he made towards the end was fantastic.
Brilliant tackle.
He does it with his right foot as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Which is quite rare. And it feels like, I know, we'll get carried away or whatever, but more like the Aaron Wan-Bissaka of old, defensively anyway.
Defensively, and the fact that he was a good threat going forward is really impressive to me. Shreyash Batarai says, take your pants off. No, sorry, you take your pants off, Everyone take your pants off because 21 is coming.
We're not wearing any pants.
We don't wear pants anyway. I don't ever wear them.
Sorry. Oh, but if we were, we would take them off again.
Frostbite this time of year.
Skin fade McTominay, Zidane, 100%.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Skin fade McTominay is greater than Zidane.
Of course he is.
When he's got that tight haircut.
It's not even a debate.
Yeah. Sorry, actually, it was Marcus Rashford that opened the scoring, wasn't it? Or was it
No.
Wan-Bissaka?
It was Wan-Bissaka.
Rashford got the second goal.
Because I had.
Can we get the goal scorers on the screen?
Right,
Because I know this is pathetic. I can't remember who scored.
It was Wan-Bissaka, right?
Too many.
Then it was Marcus.
Right.
Then it was it the own goal then? Or was it Edinson
Yes.
Cavani? I think it was the own goal, Cavani.
Yeah.
Yes. Martial, McTominay, Dan James. No, Martial again, Dan James, is it?
Yeah, correct.
Oh,
No, you missed Bruno, you bastard. Right.
Oh.
So we've talked about Wan-Bissaka. He needed a goal.
Yeah.
Marcus Rashford desperately needed a goal because he's been stuck on 15 goals for a few days now. But he's not been
He
playing
was
well.
gagging for a goal.
He's not been
scored
playing
once
well.
since a week ago.
But we did discuss, didn't we,
Yes.
against Arsenal. He was particularly poor, wasn't he? The other
He
day?
was. It's not been he's against Arsenal and Sheffield United, I think. And, I love Marcus Rashford, just put that caveat on there. But those were 2 of his worst performances of the season. Sort of came back to back.
Yeah.
And I say that because he's much better than that. And we saw him sort of back to his best today. Do you know what I mean?
did.
And I like the fact he came off because give him a rest. He plays too much football, Marcus Rashford. He plays when he's not fully fit. And we know he's going to play against Everton because he basically always plays. Done his only Fulham, I think he's been rested for. So, it was good to see him get a goal, get an assist as well, because obviously the own goal came off his assist, and get a breather.
After that was the own goal. Not too much to say about that. I think it was Wan-Bissaka who crossed the ball in, wasn't
No, it was Marcus, I think.
Was it Marcus?
Yeah. And what made me laugh about that is the commentator, Fred was waiting for it. So it would have been a goal anyway.
Yeah, forget that.
Okay.
I trust Bednarek scoring into his own goal more than I trust Fred scoring into the opposition.
And also, had Fred scored,
yeah,
we'd have created a monster where he would have shot for the rest of the game every time he got the ball.
I don't know if I could handle a Fred with the confidence of a man that's actually
just
scored, let alone someone who's just seen a goal on the internet. Edinson Cavani next up then, and again, this is what's so important about this game. I know you can sort of label our entire front six as people who all needed goals, but Cavani missed one great chance against Arsenal and another decent chance.
Yeah.
And he was, for the first time really at United, getting a bit of stick, being labelled as someone who doesn't necessarily turn up when you desperately need him. And he misses chances. He's always missed chances, which he has. But, for him to get a goal, that was important for him as well, wasn't it?
That's a good one. Yeah, it was. I mean, listen, Edinson Cavani is brought in to score those types of goals. Those are the types of goals that perhaps our other attackers won't get. He's been playing well, but you can't hide away from the fact that against Arsenal in particular, those are chances I'd expected, at least the first one, for him to score, and gets his goal. Edinson Cavani, you expect him to score quite a few goals this season. I just think we have to maybe temper our expectations of how many he's going to get. I don't think he's going to be like PSG
30.
levels of prolificness, but
Prolificity.
Prolificity.
That's not the word, but it sounds right, doesn't it?
It does sound prolificity. But if he can get into, comfortably into double figures and score more importantly than the amount of goals, important goals, then everyone's a winner.
Junko with the super chat says Fred at left back for no reason was Fergie-esque. I liked that he was there. I didn't get it at first, but it was so we could bring another.
He did all right as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he was fine.
Because I thought, no, this is going to be like he's going to just start doing silly.
He only gave one goal away, but it was disallowed. Quite rightly so. Stephen Fletcher says, "Don't you love when you can't remember who scored because of the quantity?" And Rashford passes Cantona on the all-time scorers list. That just happened to me before, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like, what's happened here? I've got to get the list up on the screen. Excuse me. Next up then, Anthony Martial, the most important goal scorer of them all for me.
Yes, I agree.
Only had 2 goals so far in the league this season. Has doubled that talent tonight.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka caught him up at one
That
point. I was like,
That's
Aaron Wan-Bissaka's the same amount of league goals as Anthony Martial. We need to address this.
That is worrying.
Yes, and I think Anthony Martial saw that, said, Ollie, let me on. Come on, I need to sort this out.
Yeah.
Come on.
Gunnar.
And then he went, Gunnar, that's what he calls him.
Yeah.
And then he went and doubled his tally in the Premier League for the season. And rightly so, because me and you were talking on the preview, we've always had faith in Anthony Martial, having a poor season by his standards, but not a poor player. And we saw what he's about tonight. Took his goals well.
Most goals in the league by any team this season, according to AEIFM. Excellent stuff. Next up then, Scott McTominay again, just sort of passed the ball, caressed it into the back of the net. Reminded me more of the Arsenal goal than the City goal.
That's
just the
more
way he
like
just
it.
passes
Well
it into
said.
the corner,
Yeah.
real control to it. Bruno Fernandes, who had already got, I think, either 1 or 2 assists, I think 1 at the time, stepped up to score a penalty that I thought was a little bit contentious. I thought there was contact on Martial. It probably was a foul, but I think the contact came after Martial had started falling.
I love the fact that it was contentious.
Me and Adam had a right argument over that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I'm going to watch this.
He was
I
like,
love it when you...
He was like, apologise then. Apologise. I thought, what do you mean apologise? Like, the ref's giving it. It's a penalty. Apologise.
Only you two could argue.
I love it.
We
We're
win
7-0
9.
up.
Yeah,
We're
7-0 up, and you two are rowing like you do. Honestly, it's non-stop.
Oh, it was good.
What made me laugh is it's a penalty. It's contentious. It seems very harsh. You're looking at replay going, I don't know if that is a penalty because, like you say, Anthony Martial's already on his way down. Mike Dean goes and watches it and then comes back and gives a red card as well.
Yeah.
Which is the most Mike Dean thing ever.
Because I was thinking that
he had a great game.
It's similar to David Luiz, wasn't it? Because David Luiz earlier tonight, when you make a tackle in the penalty box, the whole double jeopardy thing, which is meant to stop red cards and penalties being given for
is
tackles.
John Maguire saying something there? Has he got a super chat that's missing, or is he just...
I'm not sure. We'll have a look for that, and we'll get it up if we can find it. Usually they do that double jeopardy thing, don't they, where they don't give a red card and a penalty. But if someone doesn't go for the ball and gets a foul, it can still be a red card, which obviously that was who was stopping a clear goal scoring opportunity. So I think if he had given it, it was only fair that it was a red card as well. Was it Conor Maguire maybe? Because there was
there was one for...
Go down. We just saw it then, Cam.
Sorry, Conor Maguire. Great performance. Shout out to my dad, Tony Maguire. So shout out to him. Sorry if I missed your super chat earlier. Yeah, there's quite a few coming in, obviously. We're a little bit excited.
Little bit
excited.
James Gillespie, absolutely not, I'm afraid. Bruno Fernandes obviously stuck the penalty away, sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. He needed a goal as well because a little bit of a drought in terms of the G's and the A's for Bruno Fernandes. We can stick that one
Goal
up your A.
involvement.
Yeah, exactly.
6 games without one, without a goal for him in the Premier League, which just shows you that he was a complete waste of money.
And what was it? A goal and 2 assists tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just the 2 assists for me tonight. We're going to wrap it up there anyway because we've got the fan cams coming up as well.
And Dan James, before we go, Dan James,
oh, yeah,
rounding out the trouncing, with a little tap in from a yard out to make it 9-0. Manchester United there, as you can see, equal top of the league. What are we laughing at?
John Maguire there with all the love. Sorry, John. We get there in the end, me and Joe.
David says, we played against 9 men. Don't get too exciting.
No,
well,
David,
I am too excited.
David. Do you know what, David? We're going to do the opposite. We're going to get very excited.
Yes.
And do you know what? We're only against 9 men for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, we were already 7-0 up by the time it went down to 9 men.
And for a good minute and a half, it was 11 versus 11.
Let's not forget, if we'd have had a certain other manager managing us, we would have gone 1-0 up and sat back against 10 men Southampton. Let's not pretend that.
Pretty much any manager post Fergie other than Ole.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's not point too many fingers directly. But not every manager sees the opposition have 10 men and just goes, fucking go for it. No. And then certainly not every manager, when we've got a big game coming up at the weekend, when we've been going through a difficult time recently, sees their team come in at 4-0 up and goes, you know what, fucking go for it in the second half as well. And the fact that we did that and we did it so effectively tonight is commendable, is excellent, is very exciting. We've had a great night, haven't we, Jay? I'm absolutely buzzed. I'm going to struggle to sleep tonight. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you.
This is why I don't take drugs anymore. You don't need them.
I'm not on drugs!
No, you're not.
You take that away from right now.
That's what I'm saying. This is why I don't take them. You don't need them. You're not on them. And look at you.
You don't need them. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
You
You an idiot.
Okay,
right.
I get you. Sorry.
Jesus,
I thought you were leveling.
At this rate, I'll end up back on him. That's been a very exciting Joe Smith.
I'm so excited.
I love it.
I've lost my head.
Come on. This is why we do this. This is why we love football. You can check out him. He's probably going to do a fan cam because he's got so much anyway. We need to stick another camera in front of him. You'll also have reaction from Adam McCullough. The 9 reasons as well. I think Baggers and Ronaldo will be doing one because let's face facts, we've won 9-0. We may as well all get involved. Don't forget as well, if you're not doing it, make sure you're liking, sharing and subscribing. Thanks for watching.